Welcome to Close Combat Modern Tactics. In this fight, we are going to be playing with a Quick Reaction Force, the United States Quick Reaction Force, and we're actually heading into all places Mexico. That's right, this is a little more in the future, and the cartels have entirely taken over the country. So our job is to try and liberate it from their control as quickly as we can. Now we want to approach this carefully, of course, and in fact with my Spec Ops team, I'm just going to slowly approach this house. We're already headed over there with this fire team. It's just to try to get to that house location and set up a defensive perimeter pretty much. I'm going to do the same with this Bradley over here. But where we really want to focus is going to be that initial hill. So first things first, let's start setting up our command team up there. Of course, we're going to send vehicles just to make sure that he's well defended. We'll even send our Spec Ops team up there as well. And the Bradley machine gun team, we'll bring them too. Now, we are facing a modern army here. Despite this being a drug cartel, they have all the machinery and all the weaponry that could absolutely annihilate our forces. So we want to keep that in mind, of course, and we want to approach the situation as carefully as we can. I'm going to move this team leader up here as well, so we're going to try to take control of that hill area, overlooking the rest of the enemy points. Just one more thing, and that's with the Bradley B team. I am going to move them to that same building, but I'm guessing that we'll probably end up leaving that location over time. And with this Bradley B team, we're just going to keep them right there for now. Let's get started, and then guys, we're going to have an overview of the crossing. This is where the cartel has been bringing in a lot of their drugs, and you can actually see the evidence right there, some of the trucks they've been using, and up here to the north is where they've been manufacturing the drugs over at the northern shoulder area. Along the way, along this river, they've got a lot of different locations where there could be cartel members, but keep in mind, this is like facing a modern army. We're going to need to approach with caution, and hopefully not all leave in body bags. If you enjoy these close combat videos, please help the channel out by liking and dropping a comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Without further ado, let's start this operation. Here we go, boys. Obviously, we want to be careful on this approach. That's why I'm keeping the command team right there. Not going to risk the command team yet, but we could be engaging the enemy quite soon here. In fact, I see the Spec Ops team already starting to kind of worry a little bit. Now, we can't forget that with these Spec Ops teams, we can actually unload them. We can actually get the men out of here. But it looks like the cartel has already been firing mortars over at our location, or potentially rifle grenades. I'm actually going to go ahead, move fast with this thing past that building. Thought for a second that maybe that tractor could have been an enemy technical, but not the case yet. So let's push a little bit farther forward. We're going to move with this unit. Can't currently mount or dismount, so let's move forward with the Spec Ops vehicle and just kind of get an eye on that bridge. It looks like our infantry is actually getting into position nicely, so let's hope that that continues. And we might even have some close air support against the cartel here, which is exceptional news. We're not going to use it yet, but it's good to know we have it. Come on, come on. Yep, I'm spotting them now. Look at that. 2 enemy vehicles, BTR 80s. You can see they've got a hell of a lot of money, and they just took out our Spec Ops team there. Not good. We need to get one of these tanks to really start opening fire, one of the Bradleys. One of them is already firing, but I'm going to move the other one forward to make sure he also gets a piece. That smoke is helping them big time. Hit the BTR behind. Come on, come on. Let's take out these targets. Definitely don't want to call in the air support yet. I only want to call in that air support if we absolutely need it. Beautiful. One down. Let's see if we can't get the other one. And I want to check on that other BTR. Right now, I'm kind of holding off on the team. Yeah, the Bradley's okay, although one of the guys inside is dead. One of the guys inside the Bradley is certainly dead. The other 2 are still operational. Good shooting, boys. So far, we are taking it to the cartel. We're doing a pretty good job. Although it looks like over here, they managed to get our Spec Ops team, and I'm not entirely sure how. They barely see us in this area, so we could have enemies hiding in the woods here. But for now, I'm just going to push the rest of our men up to the hill. Pretty soon, I want to make a push for the woods, but not yet. First, want to make sure that those enemy vehicles are completely wiped out. Okay, actually just spotted an enemy there to the south where the house was. So sure enough, there were enemies there, guys. Look at that. We got to move the fire team back. And it looks like a mortar team of all things. Wow. So the mortar team actually managed to kill a Spec Ops Jeep. It does make sense. I mean, it's just a Jeep. It can certainly be blown up. But how in the world? So let's see if we can capture these guys. We are going to need some of these guys for interrogation later. Let's push right in there. Can't really call this a police operation, but we are supposed to take prisoners. We still have to abide by the rules of war here. Come on, come on. Good shooting, boys. Good shooting. 2 grenades, as a matter of fact, got them there. Just excellent use of frags there on the enemy. Now, there's still more. There's still more. Light them up, boys. Quite a few of them, actually. Got another. Shot him down. Excellent job here by the fire team. Now, one of the guys is panicked. It looks like one of our own fire team members is panicked. But that is a mission success in the south. And look at that. Oh, no. Enemy air support. Enemy air support, guys. I told you, even the Mexican government is working with these guys at the moment. They just destroyed our Bradley, which is absolutely devastating. I'm not sure if we destroyed their Bradley. We're going to have to wait and see. But you know what? Just to test, let's see if we have any other vehicles back here. Let's grab this Bradley, and I'm going to move fast to the bridge location. I think our infantry is okay in their current position. But let's just take this team and covert move to the crossing. So they're going to try to crawl over there while we move this vehicle into place. Let me grab this guy as well. Move him into place too. We've got 3 Bradleys here in the north now, so we might be able to make a push across the bridge and consolidate this victory. You know what? Now that we've got that thing there, I'm just going to switch to a regular move with the infantry. And again, we can't forget that air support. We've got rotary support, helicopter support, and good old-fashioned fast mover support. So as soon as we capture this location at the crossing, we need to look northwards towards their actual refinery, and I'm thinking this is where they're going to have most of those defenses. There's that BTR, by the way. Thanks a lot, Epic Games. Free little ad for you, evidently. How's that infantry doing? They're doing okay so far. Let's get that Bradley across. So we'll leapfrog with the Bradleys here. But of course, they are bound to have some sort of anti-tank rockets or just simply, you know, a vehicle that can actually take us out. The BTR alone can cause some serious damage. But I believe the crossing is now ours. We officially have the crossing into this region of the country, which is certainly important. It's going to make it a lot harder for them to move their stuff around. Nonetheless, I want to take even more positions. But at this point, we can start bringing our entire quick reaction force into the area. I'm going to send them over here to this little suburban, or this little, this little suburban house. Same with the command team. All right, taking shots. It's going to be the BTR for sure. Oh, man, enemy fast movers. We did not see that quickly enough. They definitely are going to be using those fast movers, aka that air support, and I'm trying to avoid wasting mine. Get them. Good shooting, boys. You actually saw one of them just fly out of the vehicle. Not a single one surviving from that BTR. That's the way it should be. Excellent work by the men. And we've got this vehicle crew. You know what? We're going to use it to capture this truck over here, this drug runner's truck. Might as well get some evidence. And in the meantime, I'm going to go over here and try to bring the rest of the men over. Just a vehicle crew, actually. Might as well leave them behind. And we've got this Bradley B team here. We'll bring them up to our current location. Looking pretty nice, guys. Unfortunately, that Bradley going down is never a good thing. But now we're going to have to make a push, I think, to the northeast. In fact, I'm going to start grabbing these teams. And let's just move up here to the north. It's where all the points are. That's where we should be headed. Get those radios ready, boys. I want you guys calling in air support whenever necessary at this point. anybody we see is going to be hit by an airstrike. We've knocked out, I think, most of the cartel's anti-tank capabilities. I'm hoping, anyway. Just to be certain, I'm going to push the Bradley up a little bit more. Look for some more enemy targets. Oh, sure enough, we're already taking shots, but it sounds like small arms. Definitely sounds like small arms fire. Where is that coming from? As soon as we see where that's coming from, we are going to respond in kind. We also still have this Bradley over here. I didn't even realize we could approach from this location to the south, but we might as well. Let's send that Bradley up. Because at this point, we're just trying to spot the enemy. If we spot them, we can launch an attack. Hold on. Yep, there's an enemy team over here. Here we go, folks. Time to bring in some support. We don't know what we're dealing with. We might as well call it in now. And it looks like, look at that, some cartel members actually trying to hold down the drugs factory. Excellent shot. Excellent shot by the helicopter as well. This is how we deal with these situations, boys. In fact, I am going to move fast with the Bradley up on that position. Pretty sure we've taken them out. I don't want the rest of that team just standing in the middle of a field, so we're going to have them push up to the next enemy location too. Look at how many enemies there are. My goodness. Guys, we have got to call in Broken Arrow on this location. The Bradley is stuck. Do whatever you can to free the poor bastard, even if it means striking him. There we go. Didn't seem to be that effective, actually. I think just because it's a bombing run, it's really meant for vehicles. So, guys, we are pushing these fire teams up, and we are immediately engaging the enemy. Hopefully, we can shut them down here once and for all. Right across the coca field here, that's where they've decided to show up. Holy hell. And we actually do have a defensive bonus in the coca fields. Look at that. Enemy right there. Get him. Good shooting, good shooting. Got to engage with the fire team immediately. There we go. Now, they are offering a ceasefire, but we are not taking it yet. No way. I'd like to see a surrender before I even consider a ceasefire. I'm going to try to move this Bradley over here to provide some support and to take that area. Put down your weapons. Saquen las armas. Saquen las armas. It's not easy to get shots, though, with all the trees in the way. And they do have some anti-tank weapons there, so of course we gotta be careful. Yeah, they're trying to kill the Bradley. Good shot by the other Bradley. Exceptional shot by the other Bradley. Of course, if I move forward anymore, we're in danger. And look at that. They had a team right there in the woods, guys. We barely saw them. And actually, they managed to knock out one of our command team. Let's engage. Surrender while you still can. Let's move the Bradley closer here to this one. What's interesting is all of their rifle teams also have anti-tank weaponry. So we've got to be quite cautious. Good shot, man. That's what I'm talking about. The entire team, they're taken out by the Bradley. That's the way it should be. Let's push over here. Now, this Bradley, I can't believe he's still operational, but he can't seem to spot them. There we go. Fire. Taking a big risk here. And you know what? While we've got them cornered by the vehicle, I'm going to start moving with the infantry as well. The second they stand up, they're going to get a big burst of fire. Got some rifle grenades going that way. Drop your weapons. All right, let's focus on that rifle team. We've got eyes on them, so I say we open up. Oh, enemies right there. Let's move the Bradley into a better position. Get him. You can absolutely start firing, and I hope our men have visuals too. If not, we can let the Bradley do all the work. Yup, they're definitely firing the rifle grenades. There's another one down. Good shooting, boys. Good shooting. Yeah, now we've got our entire team firing on them. We've got our tank firing on them. I love this. I think we've pretty much got them cornered. Yeah, they still have some men over here. As you can see, some additional infantry over there in the woods. A wiser man would have accepted the ceasefire, but I'm not taking it. Surrender or die. There we go. Another one down, man. The Bradley's doing all the work here. Here we go. Here we go. We're engaging in very close combat here to immediately start opening up. We actually dropped right next to the wall here, so we should be fairly safe. Just gotta wipe out the enemy directly ahead of us. Fire team, get them. At this point, I guess we might as well move up with the command team as well, but I'm just gonna go from building to building. I'm not gonna risk them out in the open. But if they can provide some fire support, why not? Okay, here we go. Open up, boys. They actually did take out one of our fire team leaders, but we've got them cornered here. Saquen las armas. And there we go. We finally got some of the members to surrender, man. I knew not all of them would want to die, and that's going to be a minor op-4 victory, man. I'll absolutely take it. I want to see the details here. So the enemy lost 2 leaders, 14 infantry, a bunch of incapacitated, and we took one of them, just one of them, prisoner. So we'll be able to get some information out of them, but it just goes to show you how desperate these guys are to not get arrested. We did lose 7 good Americans here, 4 of them being leaders, so our hats off to them and a salute. However, I do believe that we came out with a pretty good operation nonetheless. Some of these guys, like, look at that, the Bradleys killing 6 and 8 men. I'm just looking through to see if anyone got a medal. But it looks like this is a more clandestine operation. Not going to be giving medals out that easily. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.